and this is a new video. Thank you for sending me some of your questions. I asked you in my previous video if you have any questions. I will be happy to answer. I also have some updates. I was sick for 2 weeks and that kind of like put me back, delayed my work a bit, actually a lot. And it was one of those things where I wasn't just not feeling well, I literally couldn't even get out of bed, which was really hard because I couldn't even catch up or do other things. Like, let's say you just lay around and then you can still do some research or write down notes, but I was like literally out. I don't remember the last time I was so sick. I don't know what is going on around town. I usually don't get sick, so that was like really uncomfortable. I think it's because the lack of sleep, and I was just going, and I think my system just went, okay, I'm done. But now I'm back to normal. I'm hoping I'm normal. I feel like there is maybe still something going on, but I'm, working now. So I hope you're doing good, and I hope your health is also well. There was a magic show was appearing at Bally's here in Las Vegas at the beautiful Jubilee Theater, and I not only had the opportunity to go to see the show, but I was also able to go backstage and see some of the costumes and set pieces from the Jubilee show, which was still backstage. And to me, that was like, wow. Also, I did some packing. You know how I'm doing my handmade jewelry called Kissy, the Kissy collection, and I've been enjoying to do some prepping of shipment and packaging as well. Friend who is working for local television here in town invited me to see the Mariah Carey show here at Caesars, and it was very much fun, especially that I was able to meet with the Queen. let's get to your questions. The post on your website about this video is still password locked. Oh yeah, this is the Magic Castle vlog. So I'm sorry. The reason for this is because ever since I started Patreon, I'm creating special bonus behind the scene footage for my Patreon supporters, and that was the only way I was able to figure it out, how to share those videos for my supporters without being blocked or deleted or whatever. So I didn't want to upload videos on YouTube. I uploaded to my website. That's why they are password locked. However, you can still see the shorter version of the Magic Castle behind the scene vlog experience on YouTube. During the Great Magician episode, with you appearing in the glass box, what happened that you had to go off to the side for some water? Okay, so the Great Magician was a reality competition television series that we shot in Beijing, China. It was a wonderful experience, however it was very stressful. We had to come up with new illusions and new ideas that we were prepping literally a day before the shoot. So each episode was something new that we were preparing a day or two beforehand. And the episode you're talking about was actually my last episode that I appeared in the show. What happened was I actually got injured off stage during the vanishing, appearing process. You maybe can see when my partner tried to help me off stage. We had a way of rehearsed how I'm going to come off the prop and how he's going to help me off back onto the stage. And I didn't do it, so you can maybe see his hesitance. He doesn't know what's going on. He didn't know I was injured. And it's basically just one of the crew members just simply forget their cue, which led to me injuring myself, and it was completely out of my control. And my head was hurt. Of course, in my mind, I just thought, if I finish up the routine and I act all normal, when I feel the appropriate moment, I can stop, and then the people can cut that out, and then I can just go and take a little, breather there, because I was really dizzy and felt very shook up, of course. I didn't realize you're going to leave that in, because usually in live theater you don't, faint if anything goes wrong. And that was luckily my very last episode. I didn't have to continue that afterwards, because I was already had injuries all over, but when my head got hurt, I was like, okay, I can't. So it was kind of like a blessing as well that I was out of the show at that point, after that. Were you at Magic Live? If yes, then what was your favorite new release? No, unfortunately I was not. I wanted to specifically check out the dealer's room, but I couldn't. The schedule was just, when I got there they already closed. It wasn't working out with my time, unfortunately. By the way, do you know any new release that I should be aware of? Anything that you can recommend me to check out or take a look? I love to know some of your favorite ideas from magic books, concepts that you find useful or interesting to think about, such as practice methods or performance styles. It is hard for me to answer because, I started magic in a very early age in a non-traditional way. I haven't studied from books. There was no books that was translated to Hungarian. Because my practice and performance style developed in the early ages without reading any books, I really have no reference to what's out there. The way how I do it is just do it in front of a mirror, practice as much as you can and see what feels natural to you. It will come. You have to find different ways of figuring it out, what works for you. That's how I did it. It's maybe a longer road, but at least it will be yours. At least it will be coming naturally and not from someone else that maybe worked for them, but maybe not going to work out for you. It would help me because I struggle with working in a performance style that captures audience interest. In other words, I am pretty boring. Well, in order for you to get better, the number one step is recognize that you are not good, or you need to get better, or you recognize your weaknesses, which you already did. So this is wonderful. Some people, no matter how many years they perform anything or whatever they do, they never recognize that that's a need to change, develop, improve. So this is wonderful that you actually recognize this about your performance style. What I would recommend is you can videotape your performance, sleep over it, and then the next day look at it as the audience point of view. So try to separate yourself as you, the performer you. If you remove your ego, yourself from the character, then you can be very ruthless and see the obvious that everybody sees. So that may be helpful. For the Q&A video, what advice would you give to up-and-coming magicians trying to make a name for themselves? You're asking the wrong person. Are you getting into this business because you wanted to make a name for yourself? Or are you doing it because you really enjoy doing it? I would say if you wanted to be famous or popular, just follow famous performers, and it's mainly do outrageous things and be politically really connected. That's about it. It's hard for me to answer because, as you know, I'm not popular in the magic community. I don't know, I guess if you enjoy magic and the reason you perform magic is because you are a performer, you need to express yourself as an artist on stage, you like to be original, you like to come up with new ideas, which does not necessarily goes hand in hand with being famous. Okay, so sorry, my camera literally decided not to shut off but stop recording, which is a new thing. Thank you, Sony. Thanks for watching. I hope you're having an awesome, what day is today? An awesome week. And as always, thanks for your support, and I will see you guys in the next video very soon. Bye.